I just feel like I must side against this game because Carson chooses to side against Final Fantasy VII.
But Ocarina of Time isn't even really my favorite. You should be arguing with him on that.
I do, but he doesn't argue back, so it's not as fun.
Oh.
He like accepts my Zelda opinions
I
relatively well.
I feel the
Let me check a song.
comparison, as I know nothing about either of these two games other than Majora's Mask.
I did that.
Majora's Mask. Like I know more
Just
about
use
Majora's
the
Mask.
buttons.
I know more about Majora's Mask.
That's
than I know
true,
about this
Carson,
game.
but... Okay.
All I know is that happens in this game is that Ganon's Ganon.
Okay, so... Skulltula appears on the wall over here. I'm going to, before becoming an adult, cut around, get a couple of Skulltulas, and plant my seed.
Didn't we already do that?
Couldn't have worded that any worse.
Didn't we already plant our
I think
seed?
your fiance already left, though.
Ha
Did no one pay attention to the joke I just made? I basically made the same joke.
Okay. Let me see.
I know, I just appreciated the combination there.
We're not only going to plant her seed, we're going to also plant her seed with the help of a fat guy.
I've already... So... I said I was going to cut around, but, and I am going to be doing that, but I'm about to just jump and take the shortcut to the lake, because I need to plant...
So random Nomura fact.
Okay.
I've heard people over the past few days legitimately say they wish that Nomura had stayed on Final Fantasy 15 story because it probably would have been better.
No. That's wrong.
I don't know, man. They've made some compelling arguments that it probably had enough points in it that they ended up having to take out from Nomura's ideas that basically ruined the story and made it much more plot holes.
Did Nomura write 10, 10, 2, and the 13 games?
Did he?
I am actually asking that.
Did he?
If I'm not mistaken, you know, if
I
he did write 10, 10 was, you know, a success.
10 was amazing.
Okay.
But
if he wrote 10, then you know any
so-
bad thing I think about him is gone.
Know
But 10
there's
story is awful.
Carson, 10 story has to be the best story in Final Fantasy,
So...
in my opinion. It is the only game where when someone makes a stupid argument like, hey, the game's linearity helps tell the story, I don't call bullshit.
To save some time in the video, I'm going to try to get a cut going here to get a few miscellaneous things. Well, actually, first, there's a Skulltula at night here before I cut, so...
I know, but he didn't write the original Final Fantasy VII. Just so you know.
Okay. Gonna get this Skulltula at night, and then
Because he was
going to do some
character
cutting
designer.
in and
He
out.
made Advent Children's Story.
Oh god, that's horrible then.
And Kingdom Hearts, obviously.
Okay.
And if he made Advent,
that's his thing.
and if he made Advent Children, if he made Advent Children's Story, I didn't know the official creators could write fan fiction.
Okay. Camera keeps spinning. So, I'm going to do a, cut here. See you guys in a moment.
And from what I understand, there were a lot of plot points that he was going to put in the game that were left out that would have probably improved the story, at least somewhat.
But it's
Because I had some...
Nomura.
But, you know, sometimes, at least a consistent story told by one guy who makes questionable choices can be better if the whole thing is made by said person.
Because of how close we are, you probably won't want to cut back at the beginning of this.
I mean, let's face it,
I might have cut back in the middle of that conversation.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm sure he had I'm sure he had, like, ideas for Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 15 definitely, I wouldn't call it a bad game. My biggest problem with Final Fantasy 15 right now is the story is completely incomprehensible.
Again, I'm probably about to do a small
And not the whole thing.
cut, so...
Like, you know, the only thing that I've
See you guys in another moment here.
Noctis is developed.
This will probably be a controversial statement, but let's all be honest. The last good Final Fantasy villain was in 9.
I might have cut back into what Carson said. Cutting,
No. Villain of 15 is great.
cutting around so much.
I mean, honestly,
Damn it.
I mean, I like him. He's fun like Kefka.
There we go.
But then again, the only...
He's Kefka fun.
Okay.
He is. He has that kind of Kefka vibe.
So he has a personality. So...
Oh yes. Oh no. The main villain. In fact, he is a fantastic personality-filled villain.
So he's not just crawling in a skin like Sephiroth.
We're close to where
No,
we need to
and
be
in fact,
anyway,
with
so I'm probably going
in fact,
to just
with Nos,
leave this
another,
in.
other than the fact that they wear black all the time, I don't feel like any of the main cast are like, broody.
I've heard Noctis apparently gets
Not-
kind of
okay,
broody
Noct-
at the end.
No, Noctis gets kind of broody, but Noctis is also like...
I've heard he gets broody at the end, but that's because of a stupid thing the plot does that I'm not going to spoil, mainly because I can't, because it is a dumb revelation.
Well, anyway, Noctis, there's a handful of things in his character development that make sense. And there's also, and the way I've heard it described is that Final Fantasy 15 is full of a bunch of payoff, but without the setup for said payoff. So you get this big plot point, but it doesn't mean anything because you didn't get the setup for said plot point. So there are plot twists in the game that involve characters, but there is no build up to that or even reference to it because the game. I mean, honestly, I hate to be this guy, but as far as I'm concerned, the gameplay, unless you overhauled it, is about as good as it's gonna get. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying it, is a decent fighting system. It's not the best, but with what I got, I'm not disappointed. But the story definitely is definitely unfinished and suffers from that.
Oh.
Especially with the fact that the villain, I mean, there's a couple of things I wish were fleshed out but could live with if weren't. The villain is missing so much because I just don't understand anything surrounding him. I understand the origin and what happened, and I say that I don't really understand because there's not enough information to go off of. He tells you basically what happened and why he's doing what he's doing, but it's not enough information, and it doesn't help explain what he's doing. But no, the villain of 15 is an amazing villain. I mean, aside from the fact that he's not developed enough, and if that's my issue with him, that should at least say something good about his placement as I'm concerned. Because, if I didn't like him, I wouldn't want that development. But I genuinely want the missing development from this character to be added in.
Mm-hmm.
It is unfortunate, though, because, part of me is like, it's like they sat there and instead of being like, hey, we're going to delay this game for, another huge amount of time because they didn't want the backlash from that. And because of it, they are still working on Final Fantasy 15.
Again, after 10 years, it's still unfinished.
It's still being made. I mean, semantically, they just released, ground build Final Fantasy 15.
Mm-hmm.
And they're updating it like an MMO, which, all you gotta do is add multiplayer and make an MMO. And, if it works for... Honestly, if they expanded the side characters more, kind of... And there's a problem I have that someone brought up, where all the side quests are just random NPCs and don't really add to anything of the overarching story, making the side quests just busy work. Granted, the payoff of how much experience you can get from doing that and then going sleeping at a double EXP in is just amazing. But, I mean, if they had fixed those things, it'd be an amazing game. I mean, unfortunately, Final Fantasy 15 is the game that could have been an amazing game, but they didn't put the extra 6 months they needed into it. If that's 6 months, probably another year and a half. But they didn't want the backlash from not releasing the game in November 2016. And honestly, I'm not sure which one would have hurt them worse.
About to become an adult.
Brian, which one do you think would hurt them worse?
Now, if anyone knows this game as well as I do, you've probably noticed I've skipped the heart-pounding grave-digging tour. I'm not doing that till I get a max wallet, because that's complete RNG. I've won it in like a couple of rupees, and I've lost all the max wallet. So we'll be back for that.
If your antagonist isn't good, your story is bad.
Well, no, the antagonist was good. The antagonist's plan doesn't make sense.
Okay.
That's hurting him.
I mean, his end game made sense, but some of the things he did to get there didn't make sense.
But the thing about it,
Honestly, I say that hit more information on because the villain, to me, the villain wasn't fleshed out enough, and some of the things he did, I'm not sure if he just like. There's something he does in the game which is serves absolutely zero purpose, and I'm convinced either A, there was no purpose,
Cannon time.
B, there was a purpose but it was not added into the game, or C, this guy literally did it out of spite, just because he could. Because literally, what it ended up doing was going to happen regardless, if it even did that. I don't think it assisted in that at all.
The thing about it is that when it comes to video games, you have your three villains. You know, you have the mechanical one, you have the story-based one, and then you have Joker, which is literally pure evil. He's evil because evil.
Chaotic evil.
Okay.
Just like Kefka. But I mean, you know...
And that's why Kefka is the best Final Fantasy villain.
Not the Emperor.
Kefka became God.
The Emperor conquered heaven and hell. What do you call that?
Technically, he could conquer heaven and hell and still be human.
No, like his soul split into two, so it was only half his soul, mind you. His soul split into two when he died. One went and killed the devil and conquered hell, and I can only assume the other one killed God and became God. Conquered heaven. And both of them came back to kill you. Separately.
Aw, yeah.
So no, I don't care if Kefka became God.
I can totally beat Ganon now, right? Right?
Oh, I guess we were recording
No, I mean-
Breath of the Wild.
I like FF15's villain. I love FF15's villain, but I feel like I want to know more about him because I feel like there's not enough to make coherent sense of my plot. In full. Like, I got the major points, but I feel like those major points don't connect. And that's because they're still making the connections.
What if when they finally reveal it, it turns out he forgot?
No, he didn't forget. Now, I know what his motives were. I know why he did what he did at the end.
Okay.
I don't know why he did some of the things in the middle. And honestly, somebody convinced me that, was trying to convince me that, none of it makes sense because there's a lot of things that could have been done completely differently that would have made more sense. And I gotta determine if that's true or not.
I think possibly the key point there is that your character development is ass, and you're missing things.
Yeah, I mean, and that's honestly, to me, personally, I would be like, man, part of me kind of wishes I either got the game when it was, well, no, I really wanted the game when I got it, but
Got it.
I don't regret playing it, and I would play it again, honestly. I play it again several times, and I really want all the DLC to come out so I can understand it. But part of me thinks if they had waited, until like holiday 2017, that game would have been better.
Okay.
But though it would have been better, would it have hurt them worse to release the game when they did, or did the backlash of delaying it again hurt them worse?
I think
Because every time they delayed it, they risked people not buying it, right? When it finally came out?
Well, I mean...
But when
You say that, but look at Mighty Number 9.
Well, Mighty Number 9
That
has
got
its
delayed
own
so
list
many
of problems.
That got delayed so many times, and yet people still had these high hopes for a game that, in my opinion, from what I saw of it, it looked like ass from the beginning. Like, it didn't look like the kind of game that you want to throw the money that people threw into it, and basically be okay with it.
Well, I feel a problem with Mighty Number 9 to a small degree. I feel people had a bit, too much of unrealistic expectations.
Well, I mean, you say that, but I mean,
Okay.
if anything, in 2017 has taught me there is no such thing as a game that has been delayed, not meeting expectations. If
Not,
they didn't
not,
meet
not the it
What?
getting...
No, I'm just saying. If 2017 has taught me anything, is that it doesn't matter if a game's been delayed and how much hype is behind it. It can meet those standards, and if it doesn't, it's not because it was delayed or because it couldn't meet said standards. It's because it wasn't made to meet said standards, and it probably could have been delayed an extra time or two.
Gonna show off this little secret.
Can I just say that didn't Zelda just get chased out of this same area by
Yes!
him? And now everybody is literally just acting like nothing fucking happened?
That's why I wanted to show this guy.
She sensed danger as he was stabbing the king.
Uh,
Imagine Impa standing there,
Yeah.
watching him stab the king. I sense danger.
Maybe this guy... There's something wrong with this guy.
we just watched the man die.
Mm-hmm.
Poke him.
He's not moving anymore.
Poke him.
Well,
Time to loot!
This isn't Dark Souls.
Yeah, you're right. This game's fair and well put together.
Oh,
okay. Time to become an adult. No going back.
Except for, like, 2 points later on.
Shut up, coming. Well, yes.
Into the JPEG we go!
Yeah. Simple of time.
I mean, I feel like Wonderful 101 is more difficult than Dark Souls.
oh.
Really? I thought that game was...
I can say exactly why I think Wonderful 101 is basically harder than Dark Souls.
Okay.
Oh, I
Because it
thought that
uses
game
the
was
fucking
fair.
touchpad.
Wait, what?
Because it uses the fucking touchpad and you have to draw shit on it.
You just use
can-
the other
You can
stick.
use the stick. Anywho.
I can say like 90% of Wii games are harder than Dark Souls because they use a fucking emote.
Oh, yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
and with the 3 sacred stones in place, the door of time opens. And within the door of time, the sword of evil's bane, the Master Sword. Which we will be replacing in just a few minutes. Okay, guys. So my question of the day is, did any of you guys know about that optional dialogue you could get from that one royal guard in the back alley? That dialogue is only available after Zelda escapes and Ganondorf chases her off. So, because of that, this little bit of dialogue is not really well documented and not a lot of people know it exists. Hell, I didn't know it existed for years, so that's why I showed it off in the LP, because I thought this was a cool little secret. But anyway, I would really love to know what you guys think. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments below, or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a show for a minute. if you liked my video, please hit the like button and leave some comments. If you're new to my channel and want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscription button and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please ring the bell next to the subscription button. That gives you the proper notifications of whenever I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. Doing all of these things really helps out the channel, and it really helps our communities grow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.